Hey guys, um, so we're out here doing some more beaver trapping. As you can see, I'm on the edge of this great big swamp. I've trapped down here probably, I'd say, at least a half a dozen times over the last 10 years. It's been probably 2 to 3 years, I would think, since I was in here last. You can see how big the swamp is. Over where the dead trees are is the edge of the water. Right around. All it is just a little, there's just a little main creek that runs through here. But when the beavers get it dammed up, floods up pretty good. So the house, in the winter time, you can see it, it's right about there, way back there, probably about 500 yards away or so. So yeah, so there's lots of water to deal with here, but I'll get some caster mount sets out. Not much else I can really do. All the channels are, you know, about 8 feet wide and deep, so blocking them off is more or less impossible when it's when the water's this high. But I'll get some caster mount sets out, and it's what's today, October the 11th, 10th? Is that right? I can't remember now. So yeah, so we'll no, it's 14th, I think. So anyway, I'll get her set up here, and there's a main waterway that runs just right here, and then it cuts up and it goes up further up that way. So I'll go up there and take a look and see if there's any action up there. Good spots to set. Normally I set right on this little point right there. I usually put in a couple caster mount sets, and then usually caster mount set right on this little point, and usually I don't have to go too far to try and get them. But anyway, beautiful evening, sun's just setting, so I got about 45 minutes before it gets pitch black, so I gotta get moving here and get some traps set. So alright guys, we'll keep you posted. So I put 2 caster mount sets out there. I got one at the entrance to that little channel that runs back there. Top of the trap's right at the top of the level of the water. I'm assuming that the water will drop since the dams were pulled. The other one is right at the water's edge, right there. Another little caster mount. So I'm hoping that they'll come down that channel, and then they got to make this bend to go to the main dams, and hopefully they'll pick up that smell. So alrighty guys, I'm gonna go set. So I got 2 more caster mount sets in. Got one there on this point. There's the main creek there. So I got caster mount there, and then come around the bend a bit. I got another one set right there. There's the main culvert. One there, one there. You can see on the bank, it's gone down about 12 inches. So Anyway, see if I can't get one or two more sets in before it gets too dark here. Well, I got the 4 sets in. I was gonna try over on that other point, but it's all just pure rock, and I think if I try and anchor a trap in there, it's might end up losing it. So just gonna stick with the 2 traps down here and the 2 traps down that way. So yeah, so hopefully we get something. I'm gonna just stick around here and wait until dark and see if anything comes out. Alrighty guys, keep you posted. So there's that channel set remake. There's the dead beaver there. Go get that other first beaver taken care of and move on. So here's that other beaver. Got at the caster mount set made on this little point. That's the main creek that goes back. So I'll get this guy taken out of the trap. Looks like another good sized beaver. So I got this trap here. It's high and dry. Like I said, the water had dropped probably another 6 inches since I set. So I'll be moving that down to the water's edge. I think down in this little channel here. Make it into a little caster set. I got this guy here pulled out of the water. He's a good chunk of a beaver. Definitely an adult. This was just a caster mount set, so I'll get that reset. It's just on this little point. Got the main creek that goes back that way. So anyway, that's 2 adult beavers out of here. Like I said in the first part of the video, the house is way back there, so I'm assuming there's youngs, but they might not be coming up this far yet, so might have a bit of a difficult time getting rid of these guys. Since I'm chopping on road allowance and I can't go too far up from the road. So anyway, looks like there's a bunch of crap in the culverts again. Looks like grass and that, so I don't know. Hopefully it's just stuff that's floated downstream. Anyway guys, we'll get these sets remade and we'll keep on going. So there we go, we got the 2 sets remade. You can see right there, move that other trap down onto the edge of the water in that little channel that goes around the clump of grass. Threw down some caster there and then got that caster mount set remade, so we're good to go. Got these 4 traps back and working. 4 traps, 2 beaver on this one spot, so not bad. We'll give it a couple more days and see what we get. Alright guys, stay tuned. Well, we're just doing up these beavers. I already got that one skinned out. There's the carcass in the trailer. This guy was full of burrs and mats and not a real nice coat on him, but anyway. This guy here I started on. I don't know if I got a place to set you guys up. Not really. But anyway, we're getting the pellets off them anyway. They're starting to darken up, so anyway, we'll get this guy finished up. The sun has already set it, so you got maybe about 20 more minutes before it's pitch black. Another beautiful night though. Nice and quiet on the farm. So get these two guys done up and call it a night. So, alrighty guys, see you on the trap line. As you guys can see, this beaver is just hanging with fat. It's been a long time since I skinned a beaver out that was this fat. Almost looks like a raccoon with all that white fat on it. Which, I guess maybe, means we're going to have a hard winter. This guy looks like he'll probably stretch out to be a double X. Anyway, if I get a chance, I'll try and do a skinning video on how I do it for beavers. I am by no means quick at it. But over the years I've learned a few tricks that I find help me anyway over the years. When I first started, I skinned around the feet, then would try and pull them through, and the claws would sometimes rip the hide, or it was just a pain. But now I got a meat cleaver and I just chop the feet off, all 4 feet, skin up the belly around each side of the vent. I leave the tail on just strictly for handling purposes when I take the carcass back to the wolf bait site. It's nicer if you got a nice clean tail to hang on to instead of trying to just grab the body and that. So anyway, we'll get this guy finished up, and I don't know, I'm hoping to pull some more beavers out of that pond, out of that swamp, but we'll have to see what happens. So anyway guys, stay tuned to see what happens.